What's going on, everyone? Welcome to episode 9 of Littleroot Showdown. What's going on, Carl?
I enjoyed our Unite break. We'll probably do more of those in the future. That was a lot of fun. But
it was really fun. Just to have something to break up the VGC content from time to time. I think it's a good thing.
But I'm definitely excited to get ready into Series 10 here because Series 10 starts Monday, right? Sunday.
Yes.
Monday.
I have no idea.
Whatever day August 1st. I think it's a Sunday because Saturday's the 31st.
That sounds correct then, because there's no 32nd.
Yeah, there's no July 32nd as the Unite memes predicted. But we got both of our Series 10 test teams we've been playing with for the past 3 months now. About a month now, yeah, somewhere in there. And we're gonna pit them against each other. I'm personally hoping that yours wins because yours is much cooler than mine.
Dude, so I went to go download the rules, just because I hadn't got Series 10 rules, and I wasn't sure if you did either.
I have them, yep.
Do you know what this double beat format is?
No clue. What?
Okay, so you can use the same Pokemon and items. It says duplicate Pokemon and duplicate items may be used. Legendary and mythicals are banned. Weird.
Okay. Metronome battles go. Anywho, that sounds like August's IC thing, their little online competition, probably.
Yeah, probably. Who knows?
But anyway, your team is Eternatus, which is
Correct.
The super stall bulky thing, which you talked about a little bit about in the deep dive 2 weeks ago now. And I personally hope that yours wins because yours is much cooler than mine. Mine's just super standard, just beat Xerneas, beat Zacian, Zygarde things.
Mine, I'm also in the other boat where I hope yours wins because otherwise the showdown, the laddering videos this week are going to be an hour and a half long each.
So it comes down to who wants to throw harder. Let's find out.
I'm going to do everything in my power not to throw because the scoreboard means more than my time.
If you say so. I just had fun. I'm having fun. That's all that matters.
Same. This is definitely being a very fun series, and I am looking forward to doing them more in the future and getting to play people's Series 10 teams in the next coming weeks. So
I've got a handful submitted to us already. One of them's a sweet Lunala team. I think there's a couple other ones I have hidden away. And once Series 10 starts to actually be on ladder and on cart and things like that, we'll probably get more teams in for sure. Everybody with
I got to dunk on a sweet Lunala team last week with Kyogre. That was cool. Yeah, that was cool. Make sure you go check out the showdown last week with Kyogre. It was great.
Yep.
The laddering videos on Showdown. There we go.
There you go. Enough. Yeah, that makes sense now.
Close
okay.
Enough. So, you ready to get to the games, my dude?
Yeah, let's just get into this here.
Cool. So, I will see you in the game.
Okay, so like I mentioned earlier, I am playing my Zygarde team that I've been working on for a very long time. So what this is, it's just kind of just standard stuff with Zygarde at the helm. Nothing crazy synergy-wise. It's just a lot of good stuffs put together. It's real good into opposing Zacian teams because you just have triple ground coverage. It's real good into opposing Xerneas teams because Ag Clash answers it really, really well. But as for Carter's team, it's going to be a little bit harder of a intro against it because Eternatus and Raikou can be a problem.
So yeah, as Carl was talking about in the intro, I am playing. Let me pull this up. I'm playing Eternatus, which I know we've talked about a little bit on the podcast the last couple weeks leading up to this. So just to show this off real quick, Eternatus, Ensign, Quag, Bulu, Skarm, and Raikou. So really excited for this. I know Carl is doing Zygarde things, I believe with coils, so if we can roar or whirlwind him out so his coils don't do anything, that would be cool. Alright, let's get to it, Carl. Good luck, have fun, and here's to our first battle of Series 10. This is actually my first battle of Series 10 on cart. Everything else I've done has been on Showdown, so kind of excited for this. His double fire coverage He has two weaknesses to ground. It's like Quagsire looks okay. Bulu looks okay as well, just because we can pressure Swampert with it. And like we also have high horsepower, so we can do a little bit of that. We can also set up a Leech Seed, so we can start chipping down the Zygarde in the end game.
What we can do here is I can lead Aegislash Swampert. What this does is I have Wide Guard, so they can't snarl my Swampert down, and I can just Earth Power into whatever and just deal some significant damage. Swampert also really checks Incineroar and Raikou, and I have Icy Wind and Earth Power for Eternatus. Outside of that, I think I want Zygarde, because Zygarde just hits everything on the team. And then Volcarona has Struggle Bug, but doesn't do a ton. Tapu Bulu's going to be really, really weak to Eternatus, but it answers Quagsire really well. Yeah, we're going to bring Bulu. We're going to go with this. Carter is thinking real hard here. I hope he gets it in. Come on. Okay, cool.
So I like Quag. I like Bulu. I like Ensign. I know this is special Swampert. And if it's the same two sets on the Volcarona and the Aegislash, I know them as well. But his other three, I'm not sure. I know Zygarde has Coil, and that's about it. I think I like Ensign. Like Ensign, Quag up front with it. Nah, we could do just Ensign, Eternatus with... I don't think Skarm really does anything, especially facing down double fire types. I think I like these four.
I don't know the sets or the moves for the most part. I know the Quagsire set because it's my set he stole. And I know the Bulu set because I had to remake Bulu for him.
Aegislash, Swampert. Okay. I'm pretty okay with this.
Lead is Incineroar Eternatus. Cool. So he is looking to get a ton of pressure early.
That's King Shield, Wide Guard, Brutal Swing, Gyro Ball, Aegislash, so like not really worried about it too much. So we could fake out into the Swampert. Could also just Snarl here and do like okay damage. Aegislash is min speed. Well, not min speed because it's not zero nature, I don't think, or zero IV. We'll fake up the Swampert, and we will set up a Cosmic Power this turn. Do I want to? Honestly, I kind of just want to go into Bulu.
Actually, what I could do is just switch into Zygarde. Because Aegislash is my check into Sludge Bomb. And then I think I just click Icy Wind here.
Like, Eternatus isn't put on by a ton of pressure by what he's got going on, but I would rather deal with this Swampert and remove one of his Eternatus checks than, like, get set up and then get an incidental crit and lose the game that way. He's going to withdraw Aegislash. I'm pretty okay with this. He's going to bring out Zygarde.
Here comes Zygarde. Not Shiny Glory. Incineroar's going to fake out my Swampert, sure. It's like nothing ever happened. I'm going to click Coil. And we swap back out into Aegislash here to take the Horn Leech that's coming in.
Now, I have a feeling Swampert swaps out here. So I think my play is I'm going to U-turn off the Zygarde. And set up a Horn Leech. I mean, a Leech Seed on the Zygarde.
Swampert's too important to let go here. And this just means we get the free setup on...
He's going to Coil. Not surprised by that. Now, obviously, because he's coiling, he doesn't want to switch out. We connect the Leech Seed, which is great. And we U-turn off of it. Okay. Honestly, pretty decent chip. I will take that. Now we can go into Quag. And we can... Waluigi, what do you want to do this turn, my dude? What are you feeling?
Our healing gets negated by Leech Seed. But I also have Iron Tail on my Zygarde, and they don't know that. So I think I Iron Tail into Bulu and Gyro Ball into Bulu.
And also high horsepower into the Aegislash. I think yawning the Zygarde is pretty good. And going for a high horsepower into the Aegislash. It also protects. It also Leech Seed it. And just to see what he does. I think I like high horsepower the Aegislash.
Sweet.
Well, that did a chunk. That also did a chunk. Yeah, he's gonna double into Bulu and remove it this turn. That's a good play.
We take that like a champ. And then we get to Gyro Ball into this Bulu.
I'm kind of fine with this, though. Like, he's incentivized not to switch out. Just because he does have a coil set up. But now between Leech Seed and the Yawn, he may want to switch out.
I think I traded off. I don't know if that crit mattered. I think I traded off my Aegislash for the Bulu, but I think doing that... Oh, no. Okay, so I get to keep my Aegislash. So I'm expecting Incineroar to come back out here. Once Incineroar comes back out... Oh, Eternatus. Okay, that's fine, too. So we're going to swap Zygarde out into Bulu. And... I think I want to Gyro Ball the Eternatus.
So I can bring in Eternatus in this slot. I actually like bringing in Eternatus here. And going for a Yawn into the Aegislash. And Cosmic Powering this turn.
Bulu, their Bulu was like the one thing that could check my Zygarde the best. Yeah, they're just going to set up a Cosmic Power, that's fine. I just want to get an idea on how much Gyro Ball is going to do into the...
We're going to Gyro Ball into my Eternatus. Which actually does more than I would have liked. Wah womp. So now he's going to switch that out. Probably into Zygarde.
So I'm expecting Quagsire to swap. But I'm also expecting Sludge Bomb out of the Eternatus. So what we could do here... Switch to Swampert. And Gyro Ball again.
So I'm going to swap into Ensign this turn. And Sludge Bomb the Bulu. He knows I have Sludge Bomb here. And he knows I'm faster than him. I can't imagine Bulu doesn't protect. Okay, he's just going to withdraw Bulu. That's also fine. Going to bring in the Swampert.
Aegislash going to sleep here. It's actually fine. Like, this is absolutely fine. I love that we have all the pink water ground boys.
Quag is going to go into Ensign. And he's staying in with Aegislash. Is he just going to Gyro Ball here? Poison? No poison.
No poison? Sweet. Get another Gyro Ball off. Aegislash is going to sleep here. I think this is fine though, just because like I'd rather just trade off Aegislash at this point.
So we can Cosmic Power and Snarl this turn. Snarling doesn't actually accomplish anything other than like get rid of this like little bit of chip on the Swampert and lower its special attack. Could just U-turn off of the Swampert and go into actually I think what I like is just Flare Blitz the Aegislash and protect with Eternatus this turn. I could also recover. Could also set up another Cosmic Power. We'll protect this turn.
But if he also attacks into the Aegislash, then he's not hitting Fake Out, so I can just Icy Wind here. We'll just click King Shield here. The goal is to get a speed drop on this Eternatus while it's sitting out in front of me. If it wants to go for another Cosmic Power, it can. Eternatus is going to protect, okay. Yeah, Aegislash is fast asleep. If this Incineroar wants to take out this Aegislash, it can. I'm okay with this. The Aegislash did its job. Incineroar gets a little bit of a speed drop on it. Flare Blitz, deal. You can have my Aegislash. Bring it on.
This gives him a free swap back into Zygarde, which is not great. But I'm pretty okay with where we're at. Eternatus is really healthy. So I'm just going to hard swap into Quag. And we will Cosmic Power this turn. I just need to get bulky.
The Incineroar used U-turn, so I know it doesn't have a good way to swap out here. So we're going to Coil. Cosmic Power is also fine here. The goal is to just get Eternatus by itself. Once Eternatus is all alone, we're in a real good spot.
Maybe he's just going to Coil. That's completely fine. Quagsire doesn't care. And Icy Wind? Okay. Eternatus avoids. Quagsire doesn't care.
Missed the Eternatus, unfortunate.
I could see him swapping Swampert for Bulu this turn. Just so much recovery. 2 sets of leftovers and a Black Sludge on the field right now.
I just need to get a speed drop on this Eternatus, I feel like. Once I get speed drops on this Eternatus, they're pretty much permanent because he's not going to want to switch them out. I'm going to do this Coil again because I'm expecting Quagsire swap.
Yeah, we'll yawn the Zygarde. And we will Sludge Bomb the Zygarde slot.
Sludge Bomb into Zygarde. He's hoping to poison here.
Man, that does a chunk. And we get the poison! Yes! That's unfortunate because now our yawn's not going to do anything. Alright, Icy Wind connects on both this turn. That's fine. Does approximately nothing to either of my Mons. And unfortunately, because of the poison, it's not going to do anything. So I believe poison just negates the leftovers recovery. It's important to note that Zygarde is now faster than Eternatus.
We're at +2. I think I just start clicking 1,000 arrows now. Like, if Incineroar comes in here, Incineroar is taking a +1,000 arrows.
I'm going to stay in and attack the Zygarde. And we can... I don't think he attacks this turn, seeing how I'm +2. I think he wants to go a little higher. I think we Sludge Bomb the Swampert slot.
I think that's a crit. No, that's not a crit. Okay. Poison? No. This is actually decent for us because now we get to go into complete form. And we essentially get a big heal here. Give me that heal. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, let's go. This animation is great and I love it.
There's 1,000 arrows. How much does this do? It does a sizable chunk. Poison? never lucky. So this turn I can swap out Quagsire to Intimidate, and I can click Recover on Eternatus.
So Eternatus is probably going to protect here. Like, I expect Eternatus to protect here. If it doesn't, then Thousand Arrows does pick it up. Okay, Quagsire's coming out. Ensign's coming in. Yep.
So what the play is I'm going to swap Quag into Ensign. And click Protect this turn. And then next turn I can Fake Out plus Recover. Instead, I need you to live this 1,000 arrows. That's really important.
We scalded the Incineroar slot too, so this is actually fine. Yeah, Eternatus is going to protect, that's fine. Ensign may not survive this. Yeah, protected Eternatus, cool, deal, whatever. Zygarde, do your job. I don't think Incineroar lives this Scald. This is actually great.
I need you to live this. Ensign, you're insane. He correctly reads. Nice read, Carl.
Accurately predicting the swap. Because he doesn't want to lose the buffs on Eternatus. If he loses the buffs on Eternatus, it's just game. Swampert is pulling its weight today. So now I think I just double into the Eternatus slot.
So the name of the game now is just to try to stall out this Zygarde. But it's not looking great. We're back above half. I think actually poisoning the Zygarde might cost us this game because I can't freely just ignore it at this point. I'm gonna double recover this turn, I think.
And then we have Tapu Bulu versus Quagsire in the back. Earth Power, 1,000 arrows. Like, he has to get a double. Which he's not going for. No double protect here. Eternatus is still faster than Swampert. Got it. Okay. So we need to Icy Wind one more time.
Earth Power shouldn't do much. Oh, no! Alright, GG. GG, Carl.
Oh, we got the crit. That one mattered. That 100% mattered. Granted, I think he was in a real poor spot to begin with, but that crit 100% mattered there.
I can try to stall this out, but there's no reason to. I don't think I'm winning this game now, especially since he has Bulu in the back. That crit cost me this game. And it was bound to happen. At some point there was going to be a crit that happened, and I was just hoping that it wouldn't be exactly this turn, but it is what it is. So I think the play this turn, if we were to continue playing this, I don't think Quagsire can actually pull this off. So we just high horsepower the Swampert and just ignore the Quagsire at this point.
I think Earth Power would have put him in range of 1,000 arrows again, and he was just going to have to protect next turn, and I just click Coil, go back up to +2, and then we double into it again and take him out. So now that this is pretty much game over, I feel like. We're just going to double into this Quagsire, and then we have Bulu in the back to pick it up if Quagsire takes something out.
We're dead. I know that. And I actually don't think there's really any reason to continue playing this. It would take a very long strand of things to go right to even have a chance in this game, but with him having Bulu in the back, I don't think there's actually any reasonable chance we win.
Everyone's lefties recoveries. This game's taking forever just because all the healing we're doing. Earth Power's technically stronger. And Iron Tail's not very effective, so yeah, we just 1,000 arrows again.
Man, had to crit my Eternatus. Had to crit that turn. But he definitely played correctly. Double targeting down the Bulu the turn it did its thing was great for him. Just removing it from the game because it's like my biggest Swampert check. And then double targeting the Quag slot the turn I switched into Ensign was also just phenomenal. Yeah, really well played from Carlson, not gonna lie.
If there was a Pokemon to draw this game out and actually pick up KOs, it would be Quagsire. The set is super bulky and it does a ton, and I'm super happy that Carter's playing it. I went with the other water ground pink Pokemon with Swampert because I love Swampert. But if Quagsire just gets so many cool tools that just make it great.
I believe the double up did more than half. We can try, but I'm pretty sure we're dead. Womp, womp. Oh well. I needed a couple things to break my way, and none of them did. Oh well, it is what it is.
GG's, bub. The game was great. The crit on Eternatus really mattered there, but I think I was getting there either way, because you click Protect next turn, I click Coil, I go back up to +2, you get a little bit of health, I get a little bit of chip, and then I get to click 1,000 Arrows and Earth Power into it anyway, so you have to get the double Protect in order to not get blown out there. Or just keep clicking Recover and you're not getting anywhere. But yeah, let's get back with Carter for some post game and see how what he thinks about the crit there.
One crit, man.
Yeah.
That's all it takes.
So I want to talk about that specifically because I don't know if the crit definitely mattered there, but I don't know if the crit was like my only out.
I think at some point you needed to be able to crit. I think my out was to stall Zygarde's KO out. And, like, if I could avoid a crit until then, I think I win that game. There was obviously a couple different things that could have gone a little better for me on my end. The turn where you doubled into Bulu, I debated protecting. Mm. Like, obviously, if I protect there, I get the yawn off into Zygarde. And, like, then you're forced to switch anyway. And my Bulu's at full HP.
Yeah.
The other turn was the turn where you doubled into Ensign. I honestly just like I felt like my only play there was to intimidate you, protect, and then the next turn fake out plus recover, and then I felt like I was going to be in a very winning position at that point too. But the double into the Quagsire that turn definitely cost me too. So
yeah. So the reason I'm not so sure the crit is was my only out is because I could definitely just after I saw how much 1,000 Arrows did the first time, because that wasn't a crit, that was just base 1,000 arrows.
Yeah.
And that was +2, so it's like you go to protect next turn so I don't just pick you up because Zygarde's faster still. And then I hit Coil, I get to go back up to +2. I get to see how much damage that does, and then 1,000 Arrows probably picks you up from that range again.
Well, the thing there is if you do just go for the Coil, honestly, another thing that kind of cost me is
getting the poison.
Poisoning Zygarde, I think actually cost me because I think if Zygarde goes to sleep, I just get to set up for free. Mm-hmm. Either you switch out and lose your 2 coils that you set up, or I just get to set up while you're asleep, and then I'm so far ahead that it doesn't matter when you wake up.
Yeah, the poisoning on Zygarde there was huge because I essentially just negate the poison because I have lefties. It's just like the damage kind of equals out and it just slowly chips away, but it's not enough where Zygarde's gonna get blown out. It's doing
what 1/16 then, because lefties it recovers 1/16 and poison does 1/8.
Yep.
So eventually you would go down, but it would take multiple turns.
A lot of turns to catch back up because I also just have complete form, which puts me back up to 75% HP.
Yep.
Which so poison was helpful for that.
There was definitely, obviously, some things that could have gone a little better for me, but honestly, you played exceptionally well. And I think I played like a dunce. Is 1,000 Arrows the one that can hit flying types?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Okay.
It's the one that couldn't remember,
so
hits them.
I knew one of them did, and I couldn't remember which one it was.
So arrows grounds them, waves traps them.
Yeah.
Waves was really good against opposing Incineroar because they couldn't parting shot or U-turn out.
Yeah. So obviously, like, Skarmory and Raikou are both just kind of dead weight against Zygarde. Like, Raikou outspeeds you, but the fact that you have 1,000 arrows to be able to hit Skarmory for super effective damage is obviously not very good.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, even if you do get set up, I can't just roar you out without taking a massive hit.
Yep.
From either of them.
Yeah. I had brought Aegislash expecting Raikou because I'm just like, I'm ready to click Wide Guard every goddamn turn because I do not want to get snarled to death because most of my team outside of Zygarde and I brought Bulu just because Whirlwind. But
yeah.
But like outside of that, Swampert's my main damage source besides Zygarde.
Which is crazy to think because like if you look at it, it's kind of support oriented with Icy Wind. Are you AV on Swampert? Okay.
So we're Icy Wind, Earth Power, Scald, and Flip Turn.
Is there any particular, like, there's no weakness policy or anything for Flip Turn proc, right?
Flip Turn is just so we can get out.
It's literally just U-turn? Okay.
Yeah, just so we can get out. And plus, it's good if they try to snarl us down and whatnot, we can just Flip Turn off of something.
Just be like, alright, here's a little bit of chip damage, I'll be back.
Yeah. Yeah, the game was a lot of fun. I thought it was going to go to time there for a minute. It's just like until I got the crit, it's like, oh, okay, so now this.
Yeah, I legitimately think I could have stalled that game out had it not been for literally that one crit that turn. But hey, you live and die by them, man.
We lost your camera, sir.
I lost my camera.
Yep, we lost your camera.
Well, that's really awkward.
He's back, everyone. Congratulations.
I don't know what happened.
I don't know either. We'll just leave it and it'll be fine.
Whatever. I don't care.
Okay. But yeah, game was great. I'm excited for you to play with this team because I put a lot of work into it. There's a lot of weird calcs and things like that I've been...
Well, not only that, but like it honestly plays very similar to the Eternatus team.
It's very close, yeah.
Obviously, the big difference is coil versus cosmic power, but end of the day, if you slap the Eternatus slot for Zygarde, our teams are pretty much the exact same.
So the cool thing about the other 5 on this team is I feel like you could take the restricted out of the team and still have a good 5 and just slap whatever restricted you want in there. Xerneas, Zacian, whatever.
Is it the same Volcarona and Aegislash sets I played with last week?
Volcarona is different. Volcarona, it doesn't have Whirlwind, it has Protect, and it's just it hits a little bit harder than the other one.
Yeah, that was one thing I did comment on with the Volcarona set. I'm just like, it feels really awkward not having Protect.
Yeah, that one had to have Whirlwind.
Yeah, for sure.
Because there was no other way to beat Xerneas. There was no other way other than Aegislash.
The fact that we have Bulu here for Whirlwind does make a big difference, so...
That one's my favorite. But yeah.
Final thoughts from the winner, Carl.
Series 10 is great. Even though Unite's kind of been taking over everything, I'm hoping that Series 10 brings a lot of VGC players back because it's just a lot of fun. It's back to the basic roots of what Pokemon is. It's just a lot of pivoting, dealing damage where you can, no Dynamax, no gimmicks. It's a lot of fun.
Agreed. It is, honestly, it's a breath of fresh air not having Dynamax in the format, which I know you and I have talked about this multiple times. It's just like, it's weird to think that I think Dynamax is the healthiest of all the gimmicks that have been added, but it still feels good not having it.
Yeah. It's because we grew up on old Pokemon books.
True. That really does make a difference.
Gimmicks, so.
Yeah. When I've played, 5 generations without them,
yeah, exactly.
It feels good to get back to what's natural.
Yeah, just basics and natural. But yeah.
So
that's all I got to say.
That's all I got too. So that is going to be it, everyone. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today, and we'll be back tomorrow with the podcast and Zygarde this week on laddering. What are you doing for deep dives? Do you know that yet?
I think I have Lunala for the restricted slot, and then I think I'm covering Landorus I for Friday.
Sweet. Looking forward to it. So that's going to be it, everyone. Have a fantastic day, and we'll see you later this week. Have a wonderful day. Peace.